Didn't realize it was almost 8 o'clock, so. Good evening. This is the ATV Net, and my name is Jim, K6SOE. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Okay, hearing none. Looks like we're streaming on BATC and YouTube also. So tune in to w6cxatv.mdarc.org. Or on YouTube, look for media space MDARC, and you'll find the net there. So, all right. Once again, is there any priority traffic or any messages for the net? Okay. All right. Hearing none, I think I've got all my volumes set. We'll go to roll call, and we'll check in with Fred, WB6ASU, and we'll see what's new for him in 2022.
Yeah, good evening, Jim and Net at B6ASU Campo, or I could still call it a Swampo. Oh, not a whole lot new, just another day. Get to this point, it doesn't matter what year it is, just another day. Yeah, how about that? It looks pretty clean. Amazing what you can do. We put a little effort into getting stuff done. It's too darn cold to go outside and work. So I've been plugging away in here, getting stuff squared away and sort of back in place. Now all I gotta do is get outside and get the rest of it all running and make it more fun. Keep looking for a new ATVer, but haven't seen anything yet. We'll have to find out what's going on with that setup. Get it squared away. Alright, that's about it from over here. Let's see. I got 54 degrees. We're having a heat wave outside. And 69 in the shack. Having a heat wave in the house. That'd be 6 ASU at Campo.
All right, Fred. Thanks for checking in tonight. And pictures and audio always good from you. And I guess it's a good thing that there's not too much new. That means there's nothing broken. So, all right, back to you. So, thanks for checking in. Let's go over to Chris, W6ATV. See if we get a check-in from him tonight. Nope, no Chris tonight. Let's go over to N4DLA. You know, he's out there.
Well, I'm here. I just hope my signal and audio are. Hold on, San Ramon. I love the old crystal radio, crystal receiver, 4644 megahertz on your low band VHF dial. Excuse me. Matthew N4DLA. Well, how about stopping coughing for a minute, but since it is the first net of the new year 2022, Net Control, you should ask all the check-ins for their New Year's resolutions for this year, whether it involves amateur television or amateur anything. And N4DLA will try to keep getting his Morse code speed up, so maybe I can graduate from a straight key sometime, although I'm kind of good with a single lever paddle there, Tentec, and on HF anyway. And also I have some kits to put together, little come on, there we go. Alright, sorry about that. These buttons don't always work. Back on 2 meters. New Year's resolution to put some kits together, an HF Pixie 40 meter CW transmitter, and also get a Heathkit TX1 transmitter going, and rehab an old Nightkit signal generator. And right now, as I discovered last night while trying to check in the AMI net, my receiver up there is not receiving, just receiving noise, which I believe is a Dow key relay problem, which will get addressed hopefully this weekend. So New Year's resolutions, everybody. Oh yeah, and to get my audio and TV transmitter to work properly, and save some money by not spending it on amateur radio equipment. So, and good evening to my wonderful wife Peggy.Cat, watching on the stream or some sort of computer device. Back to you, Jim. Case, thanks for running the net. K6SOE in Pittsburgh from N4DLA, Orinda.
Matthew, thank you for checking in tonight. Your video is good and your audio is absolutely solid. Yeah. The secret is to run monophonic audio there, and everything is happy. So, and yep, looking at the stream here, I got 7 people watching, and Peggy.Cat is one of the 7, so, and she's logged in. And it looks like we got 5 or 6 people logged in over on YouTube, so welcome to everybody there. Glad to see everybody. So let's get a check-in from Patrick, KK6DBX. Oh, I guess he's playing out in the snow tonight. Let's go over to Dave, WB6DTB. Okay, no Dave tonight. Let's go over to John, W6DTV. See how he's doing tonight.
Yeah, good evening, Jim and the net. Welcome to 2022. Hope everybody had nice holidays and everybody stayed healthy. So far, we've managed to do that. Yeah, getting on with another year. I have a request. At some point, the principal group of ATVers, and you know who you are or who you want to be, we get together on the air and have a discussion about ways to improve and ways to get new people on the air. I got a whole list of them. I
think we need to have a discussion about that and see if we can't get a bunch more people on the air. And I certainly think we can, and we should. It's a lot of fun, and I'm sure we can get a bunch of people on the air. New Year's resolution won't last very long. My resolution is at least twice a week I need to get on the air and on HF and call CQ. Something I don't do, something I should do, instead of just listening in or tuning around the bands and joining in on somebody else's QSO. I need to get on there and call CQ and see what we can muster up. So that's the New Year's resolution. Let me let this thing drop. The wall wart that I bought to power up the Hompeg is a piece of junk. Man, it throws off so much stuff. It absolutely, completely cripples 75, 80 meters and 40 meters. I mean, you couldn't hear an S50 signal. There's no way. The noise floor goes right through the roof. And if you look at it on a waterfall, it's every few kilohertz, there's a signal. So it got me thinking, my noise floor is pretty high here at the house. And I got to thinking, I wonder how many wall warts I have in the house. So I went around the house counting wall warts. I have 8 of them. That's not counting one I have here that runs my camera that's not a wall wart, is actually a transformer. I've got 8 of them. So I thought, well, I need to look and see how many of those things are causing problems. And I hear an oscillation behind me that I only hear when I twist my head a certain way. So I have this old Emerson radio that I got working tonight. It's pretty nice. And it's got 2 shortwave bands, the old police band and old air traffic band. But it's great because it goes down to 4 meg. So I should be able to hear interference. And I got that thing working, service cleaned up. And this wall wart that is plugged in up here that's causing all my noise right now, I can hear it on the front porch on this radio. That's how bad it is. And it's full signal strength. I haven't gone out to the street to see how far away I can hear it. Man, it's terrible. So, yeah, I'm going to investigate all the other wall warts in the house. I had no idea I had that many wall warts plugged in here. It's amazing. It seems like everything's got a wall wart and a charging station and a this and that and the other thing. So I'm going to be looking into that as well. So anyway, like I say, I think we need to have a discussion. We haven't done that in a whole long time, and put our heads together and talk about different ways to get more people on the air, to enjoy the wonderful amateur television experience. Yeah, if you're not watching ATV, you're not getting the picture. And if you are watching ATV, you're probably tired of looking at our mugs, so we need to get some new mugs on the air. With that, back she comes, Jim. Thanks for doing the net, and everybody's looking pretty good thus far. W6D TV in Livermore.
All right. Well, John, I can't deny your suggestion there. We should talk of that over some more on a Sunday morning and get everything all squared away. That or a Tuesday, and then we'll make it happen here on the net on Thursdays. So, from what I understand, there's a price decrease in the Fred-built transmitters, so that's a good thing. And yeah, I need to, as far as getting Harry on the air, I need to call him and see if I can get him an antenna. I think that's what he's missing, so we'll see what happens there. So anyway, John, thanks for being there, doing the net, and coming up with all these crazy ideas. So that's a good thing. Got to keep the mind fresh there. So, all right, let's go over to let's see who's next on the list here. Stan, NJ6E. See what's new with him this New Year's.
Yeah, good evening, Jim and the net from Stan in Sonoma. I am on the S2 transmitter. It takes a little while to come up. There it is. Let's see, 8 wall warts in your whole house, John. That's, I think, I was just looking around the shack, and I've got more than 8 plugged into a single power strip in the shack, and probably got about 5 or 6 of those same style power strips around the shack. So I guess I've been lucky without. I did have one at one point in time that was throwing out hash on HF and all the way up through 2 meters, and it took me a long time to find it, but I did eventually find it. But I guess all the ones that I'm using now and are not as bad. But yeah, you're lucky to only have 8, I think. Anyway, let's see, 51 degrees here in Sonoma, a little cooler. Let's see, I was mostly doing some repair work this week. My main station clock and GPS frequency reference died after repeated power outages over the day on Sunday, and so the switching power supply in that needed to be replaced, and so I managed to find an exact replacement and got it installed today, so that was a good thing. But I was, as we discussed on the Tuesday net, I was distressed to hear about the fires in Colorado and the fact that some ATVers got swept up in them, including Jim KH6HTV. As I sent you his newsletter, which he had time to make, even though he had just lost his house in a fire, with the pictures of the remains, it was pretty distressing to look at, and so I wish them the best in rebuilding. I watched the Boulder Net this afternoon. They do their nets at 3 p.m. local time in Colorado on Thursdays, which is 2 p.m. of course our time, and some mention of the fires, not too much, and they were all saying that, gee, all of us that are on mountaintops, which I think most of the ones checking in were either at or close to mountaintops, were okay, but they said all the houses that were swept up in the wildfires were in the so-called plains, which is a term that's not that used around here, but I guess that's kind of the flatlands. So anyway, it was interesting to hear. So with that, I will turn it back to Ned. This is Dan and J6E in Sonoma.
Okay, Stan, thank you for checking in tonight. And for those who are listening on 2 meters, the BATC stream is just quit. I'm going to reboot it and we'll see what happens. But the YouTube feed is doing just fine, so there's plenty of bandwidth to go watch that over there on Media Space MDARC. So tune in over there. I'm not sure what happened to the stream out of the UK. So, all right. Stan, thank you for checking in tonight. And your signal's looking really good on S2. We'll get some more people there if we can. So, all right, let's go over to N6GKJ. Ron. All right, no Ron. Let's see, ND6H, John. Okay. I see Kevin is trying to watch on BATC. Do you have 2 meters tonight? KK6JPN. Okay, no Kevin on 2 meters. Let's see. Let's try and go over to Bob, WB6KWT. Okay, no Bob. We see him on the weekends for sure, so. Let's go over to my neighbor, W6MEW, Mike. Check in with him. All right, no Mike. Let's try Owen, KK6Q.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Yeah, I never know when I push the buttons whether my camera just all of a sudden goes into encryption mode and you can't make me out. That's a bit depressing, and you got to rely on my audio. And, you know, what's the point if you don't get the picture? Anyway, I'm here, I'm following the HAT protocol here that I saw Matthew had, and John had, and stuff like that. So I'm doing my best to keep the theme going here. So I have no climate controls here in my studio. It's whatever is outside is in here in the garage. So I've got to be prepared in case the temperatures all of a sudden plunge. Although tonight they seem quite mild, so that's good. Sorry I missed the audio net. It cut into my drinking time, and my eating time. So I was out at a restaurant with my wife, so didn't make that. So glad to be here for the ATV net. So what else is new? So let's see. John, I like your theme of getting on the air and doing CQ. I did exactly that today, and so no good deed goes unpunished. So I was on FB8 and did CQ, which I don't do that much of. I think the last time I did it was back in November of the last year. And so I established one contact and thought that was good, kind of relaxed for a little bit. And the next thing I know is I get an email from the guy that I had contacted, and he was in Canada, and he was telling me that I had logged the wrong band in my EQSL log, and he wanted me to correct that. So it's like I knew I had done that wrong after the Q, so I realized that I didn't have my band correctly set up for that band in the logging software. So I proceeded to try and fix that. So I fixed the band, and I found whatever I did, there's date limits on the QSOs that you set up in EQSL. So I had, whatever I did, I saved it with the right hand, blew it out to a wrong date, and then it took me ages to correct the date. So there you go. So now I have it right. I rarely look at EQSL, although I log to it. So most of my stuff I check out in LOTW. So now I've learned a little bit more about EQSL and got that right for another while. So that's, I guess that's my story for now. I also got a people, I think it's the Pro thing. So it is, yeah, the Buddy Bowl Pro. So I got the tripod and their Buddy Bowl connection thing, which you put the antenna in, and so I'm using the rest of the components out of the Buddy Bowl package, and so I like that very much, and will continue to use that going forward. So that's about it from Walnut Creek here. Passing it back to Joel from KK6Q in Walnut Creek.
All right, Owen. Thank you for checking in tonight and having your equipment at room temperature. It worked absolutely perfect, so glad that you could check in tonight. And I'm still Jim, K6SOE, doing the ATV net, and I have to say that I think we've finally got the BATC stream up again. It was booted back up and with no video, and I rebooted it here, and it finally came back up, and I think I'm seeing myself. So all 3 people that are viewing right now get to see me there, and it looks like there's 14 people watching on YouTube. I believe that, but maybe so. All right. Well, let's see. I don't have too much else new for the net. Let's go over checking with Jerry, KB6T, see what's new with him this New Year's.
I decided to join the window hat company. That reminds me, I should have a silly hat night these days. I've had it a long time, and get no direct receive today, so I'm relying on YouTube here, and temperature I cannot tell you because my outside sensor batteries are dead. I think each battery is like there was no tomorrow. I tried to put rechargeable batteries in it, but it would not work on the rechargeables because they are only 1.2 volts, and this thing wants 1.5. There are 2 volts, and once it's down 2.9, 2.8, it stops working. So have to get something else. And thank you guys for reminding the warlord. I, as everybody, a bunch of them in here, and sometimes I have pretty high noise. Check my warbox as well. Thanks for bringing them up. All I have, so I'll send it back to you, Jim. KBC.
All right. Thank you for checking in, Jerry. And yeah, gee, I have to say that maybe I'll have to ask Santa Claus for a hat to keep my head warm next year, so I can show it off on TV. So anyway, that's great for checking in there, Jerry. That it's good seeing you, and let's see if there's anybody else here. Let's see if I don't know if Cal is on the radio here to check in on 2 meters. K6VT. Nope, he must be driving his mobile office around tonight, so. Okay, that's the list as I have it. Are there any missed or late video check-ins, or anybody else that wants to add a video content to the net tonight? K6SOE, go ahead, go ahead. Okay, not seeing any other videos. Let's go to audio check-ins. Now let's go Alpha through Golf, A through G. Audio check-ins, A through G. Yeah, my push-to-talk switch here is going nutty on 2 meters. Let's go audio check-ins, Hotel through Nancy. All right, Oscar through Sierra, Oscar through Sierra. All right, let's go Tango through Zulu, Tango through Zulu. 2 audio check-ins for the ATV net. Okay, well, I see about 13 people checked in over on YouTube. And I see Kevin, KK6JPN, is checked in on both spots. Mary, KD6MKS, is back on the BATC feed. And that's it for people watching. Is there any other traffic for the net before we shut down? This is Jim, K6SOE in Pittsburgh. All right. Well, hearing none, we want to invite everybody to come back and do this again at 8 o'clock on Thursdays, 6 p.m. on Tuesday evenings, and 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings for the Bathrobe Net. And like Dan used to say, if you're not watching ATV, you're just not getting the picture. So we'll say 7-3. Wish everybody a Happy New Year and a good week in ham radio. And we'll see everybody again subsequently. This is Jim, K6SOE. 7-3, and good evening.
Thanks, Jim, for doing the net. Good job.